Okay. Good evening, everyone. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, and thank you so much for coming tonight. Welcome to our Saturday night family service. Today is May 16, 2026, and the time is 8 p.m. in Manila and 9 p.m. in Tokyo. Our topic tonight is about absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. And now, before we start, let us offer a prayer. Okay. But first, let us have a moment of meditation. Dear Heavenly Parent, our beloved true parents, at this time we approach your holy presence with humble hearts and full of gratitude. Thank you so much for the life you continue to give us. Every day that you guide us, with every challenge that give us the strength to grow, and in your everlasting love that we continue to feel. Heavenly Parent, we are grateful for the guidance of the true parents, that through them we can better understand your heart and the purpose of our lives. Help us to go back again in our original position as your true children. A heart that loves, forgives, and is willing to serve others. May we live out your youth, your truth, and let us be a light to our family, our community, and in the world. Strengthen our faith when we are weak, and make our path straight when we go astray. Heavenly Parent, we also ask for thy blessing upon our families, that every home should be a nest of true love, unity, and peace. May we establish your kingdom on earth that starts within our own hearts and in our families. Thank you so much for your unwavering guidance and love. We offer this prayer with all faith, humility, and love. My name, Ronaldo Los Santos, Blessed Family, attending our Holy Mother Anne. Adieu. Adieu. Okay, again, welcome everyone. Today, we're going to study the meaning of the three immutable laws taught in the Family Federation tradition. And the three immutable laws is actually one is the absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. These principles form the foundation of restoration, spiritual growth, and the ideal family. Okay, so let's start now. So, what are these three immutable laws? Sabi rito, the three immutable laws are the central teachings in the tradition founded by our beloved true parents. These principles guide believers toward becoming true sons and daughters of God and building a world of peace centered on true love. So ito yung magiging foundation natin, in order to become true sons and daughters of God. So what are these three immutable laws? Sabi natin kanina, number one is absolute faith. The second is absolute love. And three, absolute obedience. These three immutable laws were given by our true parents as a guide for the restoration of man, so that after our fall, magkasala ang tao, tayo ay makabalik dun sa original position natin. Okay? So now, let us study it one by one. First, what is absolute faith? Absolute faith means complete trust in God and His providence. It is not a conditional faith based only on favorable circumstances. Absolute faith remains firm even in suffering, uncertainty, or sacrifice. Alam niyo, natandaan niyo yung pinag-aralan natin last Saturday night, about chastity of faith. What is the meaning of chastity of faith? Sabi rito, di ba? It is the unwavering faith ng isang tao even at the time of suffering, persecution, or challenges. This is chastity of faith. So, chastity of faith, it is same with absolute faith. Sabi dito, ang faith daw natin, ang pananampalataya natin must remain firm even at the time that we are suffering, uncertainty, or yung time na we are sacrificing. So dapat ganon ang ating pananampalataya. We must have a complete trust in God and His providence. And please do not forget, sabi rito sa chastity of faith, sabi niya, even though na tayo ay nagsasuffer at the time na we are in the time challenges, hindi nagbabago dapat yung ating identity. Upon knowing that we are a child of God, yung value natin must not go down. Dapat hindi mawala yung value. Still, yung identity natin must be kept within ourselves. Na I will not do this because I am a child of God. So, ganun, nakapaloob ang absolute faith or chastity of faith. So, believing beyond circumstances, maintaining faith during trials, centering life on heavenly will. Yan na to, ang absolute faith. Dapat nakahawak tayo sa ating pananampalataya sa Diyos kahit anuman ang ating dinaranas sa ating buhay. Dapat hindi nawawala yung ating identity bilang anak ng Diyos. Hindi tayo dapat bababa doon sa identity na yon. Ganyan ang ibig sabihin ng absolute faith. What are the biblical examples of absolute faith? Ano yung mga pwede nating mabigyan ng halimbawa mula sa Biblia? Ang sabi rito, throughout history, God worked through people who demonstrated unwavering faith, like Abraham. Abraham trusted God even when asked to sacrifice Isaac. Di ba? Imaginein mo, God asked Abraham at doon sa time niya na isakripisyo mo ang iyong kaisa-isang anak. Yung most beloved son niya. What is the heart of Abraham? Siyempre, siguro kung tayo yon, maaring magdalawang isip tayo. Imaginein mo, kaisang-isang anak mo na magpapatuloy ng iyong lineage, ipinasasacrifice sa'yo. But the heart of Abraham never changed. He has a full or absolute faith in God. That's why iniready niya to sacrifice si Isaac. And not only Abraham, how about Noah? Di ba napag-aralan natin to na Noah received what? Like a guidance from God. Received an instruction from God na Noah, you must build an ark with certain level, like 3 levels like that, na kayang maglaman ng libo-libong nilalang, mahayop man o tao. And alam niyo ba kung how many years, daang taon na ginawa ni Noah ang ark na pinag-uutos ng Diyos. Despite of the ridicule ng mga tao na nakapaligid sa kanya, na sinasabing nasisiraan sila ng bait. Bakit kayo gagawa ng ark? Wala namang baha, wala namang ulan. At isa pa, bakit kayo gagawa ng ark tapos sa tuktok ng bundok ninyo ilalagay? Hindi ba? Normally, pag gagawa tayo ng ark o ng bangka o ng barko, dapat malapit sa tubig or mismong doon sa tubigan. Gagawa tayo ng dock para doon gumawa, mag-build ng barko. Pero siya hindi ganun ang utos ng Diyos. Sa tuktok ng bundok. So, people around Noah ridicule him. No? And not only that, Imagine ninyo, ano ba ang mga makinarya nung panahon na yon para makabuo ng barko, lalong-lalo na sa taas ng bundok. Every day they're going up and down to bring things para makabuo ng ark. That's why, napakahirap yung kanilang pinagdaanan na suffering and challenges. But they never waver yung kanilang pananampalataya. And the most ang pinaka tao na nagpakita ng kanyang pananampalataya ay si Jesus Christ. He maintained his faith even through persecution. Notwithstanding yung kanyang crucifixion. Jesus never lose faith in God. These people who are mentioned, Abraham, Noah, and Jesus, have a choice. Meron silang pwedeng pumili. But because of their love and faith in God, they choose to follow God. That is absolute faith. And these were the good example that we can see in the Bible about absolute faith. How about absolute faith today? Living an absolute faith today. Absolute faith today means trusting heaven in our daily life. Even when results are delayed. Yan na to, ang isang minsan, na nakapagpapawavered ng ating pananampalataya. Pag meron tayong idinarasal, may hinihingi tayo, at hindi natin nakukuha kaagad-agad, diyan nagkakaroon tayo ng sabihin natin ng pagbaba ng ating pananampalataya. That's why absolute faith is whatever the circumstances appear before us, kahit anong circumstances na mag-appear before us, humihiling tayo, walang dumarating. No? Instead, challenges ang dumating. The more challenges. But we must never back down, but continue forward to do God's will. That is absolute faith. Now let's go to number 2. Absolute love. What is absolute love? According to the divine principle, absolute love is God's own love expressed through human relationship. It means giving without expecting in return, serving others with sincerity and compassion, like living for the sake of others, sacrifices, unchanging love. It reflects God's love or become bearers of God's love and loving beyond self-interest. This is absolute love. Ang absolute love daw is the love of God that expressed through human relationship. Sa pamamagitan natin, it is expressed yung love ni God. And what love is that? Sabi dito, living for the sake of others. Sacrificial and unchanging love. Hindi dapat nagbabago. Reflecting God's heart. Loving beyond self-interest. Ibig sabihin, we love others beyond our self-interest. That is absolute love. God's love is the highest model of absolute love. God created humanity out of love and continues to guide humanity despite repeated failures and suffering. So imagine nyo, kahit na ang tao ay patuloy na nagkakasala, nagpe-fail sa kanyang mission throughout the course ng providence ni God of restoration, but God never waver yung kanyang love sa mga tao. God persevered for thousands of years to guide people uplift their spirituality to prepare for receiving the Messiah. That is the love of God. Never change. God's love is eternal, sabi rito. God's love continually forgives humanity. God investing everything to us. And true love seeks the benefit of others. That is true love. Imagine you, after the fall of man, until now, thousands and thousands of years had passed. But the love of God for man never changed. Or it changed, but for better. That is the love of God. The family is the primary place where absolute love is practiced, according to our true parents. Through family relationship, people learn patience, sacrifice, forgiveness, and responsibility. These were all can be found in the family. How to learn patience, sacrifice, forgiveness, and responsibility. And in the family, as the school of love, supposed to be the absoluteness of love could be realized, growing into a parental heart like of God. Sa pamilya natin, matatagpuan yung patience, yung sacrifice, yung forgiveness, and yung responsibility. At sa pamilya din, matatagpuan ang absolute love when the time na tayo ay lumagay na sa posisyon bilang magulang ng ating mga anak. When we inherit the love of a parent like the love of God, that is absolute love. How about what is absolute obedience? The third one. Absolute obedience does not mean blind submission. Ito, medyo interesting to, no? Akala natin, when we talk of absolute obedience, it's like a blind submission. No. Actually, it means willingly aligning oneself with God's purpose out of trust and love. Kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng absolute obedience, it is because we trust God. We love God. Not because we are submitting ourselves without analyzing things, without knowing things. Just follow whatever yung sabihin sa atin without analyzing things. No, that's not absolute obedience. We can improve and be better than the teaching itself. Di ba? Yan ang turo sa atin ni true parents. Sabi niya, hindi ba ikaw ang magulang? Mas gugustuhin niyang mas mahusay pa sa kanya ang kanyang mga anak. As God also like that. As a parent, God wants their son and daughter be better than them. Through obedience, selfishness is overcome. That is absolute obedience. It's not a blind submission or blind obedience, but an absolute obedience because of the purpose you understand and trust the person you are giving your absolute obedience, or the being, and that is God. So, yan ang absolute obedience ito, inay. And what are the examples of absolute obedience that can be found in the Bible? Jesus is the number one example. Jesus demonstrated absolute obedience by fulfilling God's mission, even unto the cross. Again, Jesus has a choice kung susundin ba niya o hindi. But because Jesus understands the heart of God, the suffering heart of God, and His mission to give salvation to man, even though that it is an option for Him to die on the cross, He still took that responsibility. He had chosen that because of His love towards God. Throughout providential history, many central figures followed heaven despite hardship. Di ba nakikita natin yan? If you are fan of reading the Bible, you can see providential figures and central figures. They followed heaven despite of sacrifices and hardship. That is absolute obedience. They have a choice, but because of their love and trust to God, pinili nila to fulfill their responsibility. These three principles, the absolute faith, absolute love, absolute obedience, are interconnected. Faith allows us to trust heaven. Love motivates sacrificial living. And obedience allows God's will to be realized in our lives. They are interconnected. Diba? Dapat mauna mo na yung faith, yung pananampalataya mo na to trust. And then, after trusting it, it will motivate into love. And then once the love grown into your heart, obedience will come. These three immutable laws are interconnected according to our beloved true parents. So what are the challenges in practicing the three laws? Sabi rito, practicing this three principle is difficult because fallen nature encourages selfishness, fear, and pride. Diba? Totoo naman yan eh. Kaya mahirap gawa ng mabuti. Kaya mahirap gawin itong three immutable laws. Because ang ating fallen nature, after na magkasala tayo, it encourages selfishness, yung pagiging makasarili natin, yung takot natin, at yung ating pride. Yan. That's why practicing this principle is difficult because of our fallen nature. Spiritual growth requires continual effort and humility. So in order for us to grow ang spirit natin, we must overcome this fallen nature. Yung selfishness, fear, pride. Yung desire ng ating katawan. Yung easy life, kung naka-attend kayo last Saturday night, yung easy life natin, it encourages na, it blocks, yung easy life natin, it blocks yung fulfillment or practicing these three principles. Na alam natin na these three principles will become our success in life and our happiness in life when we go to the spirit world. Okay? And what are the fruits of absolute faith, love, and obedience? Sabi dito, when individuals and families practice these three principles, they experience spiritual growth and harmony. These principles become the foundation for building God's kingdom on earth. So these three principles, kaya nga immutable laws, it will become the foundation to build the kingdom of God on earth. Okay? Application in our daily life. This teaching must be practiced daily. Through small acts of faith, love, and obedience, we gradually transform our character and relationship. Diba? Yun ang sinasabi natin even before. Every day, little by little, if we do our best to practice faith, love, and obedience, gradually, it will make our heart grow. And in conclusion, these three immutable laws guide humanity toward becoming true children of God. This will be our guide, to become the true children of God. By practicing absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, we participate in building a world centered on true love and peace. So these are the three immutable laws. Again, absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. So, before we close our discussion and go to the reflection time, please watch this very, very short video, and then in connection sa ating topic tonight na three immutable laws, please magkaroon kayo ng reflection. It's very, very, actually, interesting, itong sasabihin itong tao na to sa video, and please i-analyze natin and what does it feel itong video na to sa inyo. Okay, please watch this short video.
There are three places that teach you the truth about life: the hospital, the prison, and the graveyard. In the hospital, you realize that nothing is more valuable than your health. In prison, you understand that freedom is a blessing often taken for granted. And in the graveyard, you see how temporary life truly is. The ground we walk on today will be our roof tomorrow.
Okay? Nakuha nyo? So very, very simple ang sabi niya, no? There are three places daw in this world na it can be a lesson in life para sa atin. One is, sabi niya, hospital. Bakit? Once na you are in the hospital at meron ka ng sakit, lalo na kung ito ay malalang sakit, ano? That is the moment or the time na you will value yung health ng isang tao. That is a time na bibigyan mong pagpapahalagahan mo ang sana naging concern ako sa aking health. Sana hindi ako kumain ng ganito, sana hindi ako nagsigarilyo, sana hindi ako uminom. Sana ganito ang ginawa ko para hindi ako nagkasakit at napunta sa ospital. And the second place na it can give us a lesson in life is what? Sabi dito, yung prison. Bakit? Sabi niya, once na you are already in the prison, lalo na kung ang yung sentence ay mahaba, you will value yung every minute or every seconds in your life na you are free. Ano? Yung meron kang freedom. And it is taken for granted ng mga tao daw. Ano? Nakikita natin na maraming tao is like that. Na pag nandoon na kayo sa prison at bumubuno na kayo ng mahabang sentensya, doon nyo masasabi na, sana hindi ako nagnakaw. Sana hindi ako gumawa ng masama. Sana hindi ako lumabag sa batas para hindi ako nakulong. That is the second place. How about the third place? The graveyard. Living it. Sabi niya, no, once we are there in the graveyard, that is the moment that we could value every second of your life. Kung gaano kahalaga ang buhay dito sa lupa. Alam niyo ito, nakakalungkot, ano? Ito, maraming beses ko na nasabi ito sa aking pagtuturo na we are very, very lucky and fortunate, ano, na already our beloved true parents have given us a very easy, a very precise teaching, ano, na somehow pinadali na maintindihan ang katruan ng Biblia for us to know and understand ano yung pangangailangan ng tao habang narito tayo sa lupa at ano ang ating dapat iprepara para tayo ay maging prepare when we go to the spirit world. It's simplified by our beloved true parents. Pero still, we don't value our time here on earth. At ganito karaniwan na ito yung sinasabi nitong tao na to is applicable to everyone. Na tayo ay nakikita lang natin ang kahalagahan sa oras na wala na sa atin yung panahon na yon na nawala. Like for example nga, sabi nga doon sa hospital, na-value lang niya yung health nung time na may sakit na siya. Yung nasa prison, na-value lang niya yung freedom, yung time na nakakulong na siya. At ang tao, mabavalue lang niya ang bawat segundo ng kanyang buhay kapag wala na siya. Lalo na pag tayo naghihirap na sa kabila. Kaya ito please reflect on these three places, especially the third one. Ang essence nito is habang may oras pa tayo, dapat pahalagahan natin. Pero ano ito ang nangyayari sa atin? Anong ang nangyayari sa atin? Imaginein mo, God is giving us a chance. God is giving us time. God is inviting us, giving us a chance na maunawaan natin ang ating layunin sa buhay. Imagine niyo kung titingnan natin ato ini. God is the one giving time for us. Sa halip na tayo ang magbigay ng oras para sa Kanya. Sapagkat tayo ang nangangailangan, hindi ang Diyos. Tayo ang nagkasala, tayo ang mayroong responsibilidad na tumayo at magbago. But God as our parent, God as a parent, kahit sa ating pamilya, di ba? Kahit kang may kasalanan ng ating anak, the parent is the one what? Sila ang nagpapakababa para itong mga anak niya ay kanyang mahikayat. Ganyan si God sa atin. Instead na we are the one setting time o giving time for God na matutunan natin yung mga bagay para sa atin, ha? Para sa atin. Hindi para sa Diyos. Ang Diyos pa ang nagbibigay sa atin ng oras. If you really want to understand the heart of God, alam nyo, ito ini. That's why our true parents is giving us that chance to understand the heart of God by becoming an instrument, to witness, an instrument to teach God's words. Ito ini. I'm not saying that I fully understand the heart of God, but fraction of that I experience, whenever I invite or want to witness to people like trainees here. I'm doing things para makuha ko yung kanilang atensyon. Kahit minsan, alam ko na yung tao na yun, kaya lumalapit sa akin, meron lang gustong makuha. No? Parang nagte-take for granted sa akin. No? Kahit alam ko yun na ganun lang siya, pero I will still use that para makuha ko, makakaroon siya ng chance to understand the heart of God. Maraming ganyan na to ini. Kaya minsan nagmumukha akong, napakatanga ni Kuya Ronnie, kahit ganun gawin mo, ganyan pa rin yan. They don't understand why I'm doing those things. That is also God. God wants us to be saved. God wants us to go back to the original position because only at that place we could become a child of God and have an eternal life of happiness. Only that time. Walang iba. Pero at the time that God is inviting us, anong ginagawa natin? May gagawin ako. Bukas na lang. Uy, sige, mahaba pa oras. Next Saturday na lang. But the mere fact na we don't know our time. Kung kailan tayo pupunta ng graveyard, no one knows. Lalo na ngayon sa Pilipinas, diba makikita natin ang span ng mga Filipino? Kung nanonood kayo sa Facebook ng mga pinakikita doon, pabata ng pabata ang mga may sakit na CKD, pabata ng pabata ng may sakit sa puso, namamatay ng batang-bata. What does it mean? Ibig sabihin, hindi natin hawak ang buhay natin. So kaya, ang message itong tao na to is, before you go to these places, you must learn how to value yung health, yung freedom, and your purpose in life. So that hindi na tayo makapunta roon sa place na yun. Kaya nga, ito's a lesson in life sa atin na wala pa roon. It is a lesson in life sa atin. Kaya sana hindi makuha niyo. In order for us to cross over to the death and go to the spirit world, we need to have absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. No, walang ibang paraan na to ini. Like Jesus said, love God with all thy heart, with all thy strength. God's first. That is the meaning of that. And love your neighbor as you love yourself. That is the meaning of absolute faith, absolute love, absolute obedience. It seems napakahirap. Sabi nga kanina, di ba? Mahirap. Why? Because we have fallen nature. And fallen nature encourages us na ng self-interest lang. Di ba? Or ng easy life lang. Ayaw natin ng sacrifices. Mahirap talaga. But there is no other way. Why? Kasi kaya tayo nahirapan dahil nagkasala tayo. At kung hindi natin gawin, patuloy tayo na maghihirap. Even into the spirit world, patuloy tayong maghihirap. That's why God wants to end that suffering here on earth. That is the love of God. Kaya, hindi ibinigay sa atin to tayo para pahirapan. Hindi. It's not that reason. Binigay niya sa atin to para tayo, dahil sa kanyang pagmamahal sa atin, para tayo makuha niya, maihango sa paghihirap. At ang katanungan, bakit tayo nahirapan? Kasi nga, kasalanan natin. Nagkasala tayo. At yung kasalanan natin na yun, inibigay sa atin ng fallen nature na we want to have an easy life. It encourages self-interest. Comfortable life. That's why the Bible teaches us, kahit saan sulok ng Biblia, kung inyong babasahin, it talks about sacrifices. That is the way to life, is sacrifice. That is because of the fall. Our true parents have given the definition, or the clear definition of the Bible. A very easy and simplified translation ng Bible. Kaya ito huwag yung isipin bata pa tayo. And no one knows. Huwag yung sabihin, uy, bata pa ako, mas mauna si Kuya Ronnie sa akin, o si Tito Ronnie mauna sa akin. No one knows. At yun na to, we are talking of ourselves. Mas masakit kung hindi sa atin mangyari, kung sa mga loved ones natin mangyari. It is because of our sin that our loved ones suffer. Ano ba niyo yun? Beber ba ninyo yun? No. Kaya ato please give time for God. It is for us, hindi para sa Diyos. Okay? So I hope ato na you get something sa ating lecture. And now we are going to close our discussion for tonight, and please join me in a unison prayer. Our dearest Heavenly Parent, our beloved true parents, una po sa lahat, kami ay nagpapasalamat sa gabing ito na muli po binigyan niyo kami ng pagpapala sa pamamagitan ng inyong mga salita na nagbibigay lakas at buhay sa amin. Kahit kulang at mahina kami, patuloy ninyo po kaming niyayakap sa inyong walang hanggang pag-ibig. Maraming salamat po, Ama, dahil hindi nyo kami kailanman iniwan kahit sa mga panahon kami ay nagkukulang, nasasaktan. Salamat po sa bawat hiningang pinagkakaloob ninyo sa araw-araw ng aming buhay. Sa bawat umagang kami ay nagigising, at sa bawat araw na muli ninyo kaming binibigyan ng pagkakataong magmahal, maglingkod, at maituwid ang aming buhay. Sa likod ng aming mga pagsubok at pagluha, dama po namin ang inyong paggabay at pagmamahal na tahimik na umaakay sa amin upang maging mas mabuting mga anak ninyo kami. Ama, patawarin niyo po kami sa mga pagkakataong naging malamig ang aming pananampalataya. Sa mga oras na mas pinili naming sundin ang aming sariling kagustuhan kaysa ang inyong kalooban. Linisin niyo po ang aming puso at tulungan ninyo kaming magkaroon ng tunay na pagmamahal. Isang pag-ibig na marunong magpatawad, magtiis, umawa, at magsakripisyo para sa aming kapwa. Ama, hinihiling din po namin ang inyong pagpapala sa aming mga pamilya, na ang bawat tahanan ay maging pugad ng tunay na pag-ibig, pagkakaisa at kapayapaan. Gawin niyo po kaming instrumento sa pagpapalaganap ng inyong mga salita. Naway maitatag namin ang inyong kaharian dito sa lupa, simula sa aming sariling puso at sa aming pamilya. Maraming salamat po sa inyong walang sawang paggabay at pagmamahal. Nialay namin ang panalangin ito ng may buong pananampalataya at pagpapakumbaba sa ngalan ko, Ronald de los Santos, a blessed family under our Holy Mother Han. Jude. Okay? So, Ato, thank you so much. Ato, Ine, thank you so much sa inyong pakikinig. And now we're going to have a little discussion, reflection sa ating topic for tonight. Sino ang gustong magbigay ng kanyang refleksyon sa ating pinag-aralan ngayong gabi? Sana Ato, Ine, patuloy kayong bigay ng inyong oras, ng inyong kalakasan para sa pag-aaral natin, para sama-sama natin na matutunan ang pag-ibig ng Diyos, ang salita ng Diyos. Okay? So sino ang gustong munang magbigay ng panguna? Si JB, nandiyan ka pala Ato, ikaw nga ang manguna.
Okay po dito, wait lang.
Ay, sige. Busy ba?
Ayan, yan. Hindi naman dito. Okay. Ayun, dito. Yung three important, yung sa absolute faith. So, yun dito, yung takeaway ko dun is, tama naman, karamihan kasi ng mga tao dito, they have faith. Pero, to an extent lang na kapag lahat na nangyayari sa buhay nila is okay. Whenever something goes wrong, minsan mga tao, oh, bakit ako? Bakit ako God? Bakit ako Lord? Ba't sa akin mo ito binigay? Ayun. So, ayun dito, yung sa absolute faith kasi, isa yun sa mga, ewan ko, siguro sa mga nakasubscribe kasi ako sa mga, yung mga videos sa Facebook about it, ganyan. So, marami ako natututunan. Parang meron kasi ako nung pinapanood na everyday, parang daily, quotes tas explain ganyan, daily Bible quotes explain ganyan, pero kadalasan dahil siguro napapanood ko sa mga faith, about faith, may sinasabi si may nabasa ako na parang yung mga tao nga daw kapag ka nahihirapan parang ang bilis nila agad sumuko or parang isisi, pero hindi nila alam na akala nila pag di binigay yung blessing wala na silang faith, hindi sila napagbigyan pero hindi nila alam na parang God is just positioning you to something better or what he thinks is best for you. So parang yung faith for me dito is believing na God has a plan for you. Na parang mas stronger yung plano ni God versus dun sa mga agam-agam mo, sa mga worries mo. So minsan hindi porket di pinagbigyan yung mga gusto mo mangyari sa buhay mo, it doesn't mean period daw yung nilalagay ni God. Instead, it's a comma. Basically, hindi niya hinihinto, binigyan lang niya ng pause yung buhay mo kasi gusto kanyang i-position sa tamang path or position or pinapag-prepare ka niya dun sa makukuha mo. Yes, anak. Wait lang, anak. Daddy's talking. Okay. Ayun. Okay, anak. I will get it. Hold on. Ayun. Ayun, Tito. Ah, Ayun, Tito. Bali, tapos yung sa faith naman. Ay, sorry. Ano yung next? Yung love.
No.
So, sabi nila, Tito, yung faith and obedience, parang mas madali siyang magawa kapag ka may love. Parang very important siya. Oh, anak, you talk with daddy muna. Wait lang, and then I will get the straw. Say hi to them. Ayan. Hi. Ayan. So, yung Tito, yung Gumihingi ng straw eh. Ayun, yung without, ano daw kasi Tito, love, yung faith is parang marupok siya. And then yung obedience naman, it's something na, di ba, parang sa mga sa relationship natin, minsan yung love, yun yung nag-fuel sa'yo eh. To become obedient or to do something na, minsan yung selfless, do something selfless. So yung love, very important siya. Kaya nag-gets ko po siya dito kung bakit kasama siya doon. And then yung obedience, doon yung mo showcase yung faith, yung absolute faith and absolute love. Kasi without the two, kaya parang para sa akin dito yung takeaway ko, sobrang importante niya talaga na
Magkakasama
ano
siya.
siya, parang
They're connected.
nakaka-apekto siya sa bawat isa. And
Yes.
yun yung pinaka-importante. Kasi parang yung faith, ang magsasabi sa'yo na God can. And then yung love, kailangan maisip mo na God is love. And then yung obedience, ito yung part natin na I will. Parang ito yung mag-fuel sa atin para i-obey si God, isabuhay yung mga teachings niya, and then i-spread out yung pagmamahal niya through loving others. So yun po dito yung pinaka-takeaway sa akin. And
Yes.
then yun naman pong video na sinend nyo. Tama po yung dito. A lot of people, madami pong mga tao na all their lives, ang hinahabol nila is yung mga temporary things. So, minsan kasi, meron akong napanood din na video tito na parang buong buhay niya, ang goal niya is ma-achieve. Meron siyang sinabi na ganito kaya ako kayaman bago ako huminto. And naging ganun siya kayaman, 70 years old na siya. So parang ang ending, he has all the riches in the world. Pero ang
Pero,
problem in the process, nawala
yes.
na disconnect siya sa pamilya,
Yes.
hindi niya nagawa yung mga dapat gagawin niya. So parang ang ending, okay, may pera ka, pero wala na.
Ah,
Parang naisip niya, ay mamamatay na din
wala
ako.
na
So
ring
parang
oras. Wala na ring oras.
yes, dito. So yun yung parang lesson doon, I think. Na siguro hindi naman masama dito to strive, no? Kasi whether we like it or not, kailangan may necessities din tayo, ganyan.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Pero
Kaya lang,
yung
hindi ng focus.
yes.
Hindi ng
Opo,
focus.
Tito, tama. It's something na and do it with the right intentions.
Yes,
Yung
yes.
para sa pamilya mo, para
Yes.
makatulong ka sa kapwa, ganun.
Yes,
Pero
yes.
yung parang sa pansarili mo lang na okay, gusto ko,
Yes,
ganito ko kayaman.
yes.
Or wala kang, parang kailangan marating ko to regardless, kahit anong mabitawan ko, sino masagasaan ko.
Yes.
That's where yung
Yes.
disconnect na nangyayari. So yun
That's,
po dito yung
that's,
pinaka,
tama eh.
ano ko. Yeah.
Actually, tama eh. Kahit ako, naghahangad ako ng gusto kong mayamang, no?
Yes.
For the
Pero
purpose of,
kailangan tama yung purpose.
for
Yes,
the
Tito.
purpose of doing God's will.
Opo,
So,
Tito.
ganun ang,
Tsaka yun nga, yung make sure na pag nandun ka na, give back or share or ganun. So, yun
yes,
po yung yeah.
yes, that's true, that's true. Okay, so tama yun. And then also, absolute faith, absolute love, and obedience, they are interconnected. Ano? Hindi, kumbaga sa ano it evolves. So, pwedeng, pag wala kang love, you have no trust, you will have no faith. Ano? Pero vice versa, pwede pwede mo nang mauna ang faith bago love, no? And then, because of your love, yung obedience will follow, di ba? Ganon. So, it is interconnected and it can be, pwedeng mauna, intertwined or kung sino yung mauna, mahuli. So, ganun yung immutable laws. Okay? So, that's good. Okay, salamat na to. Thank you. So, sino pa? Si Giselle. Giselle, nasa ka ba? May ginagawa ka ba?
Okay, Tito, I will share.
Sige.
Ano po, ayun, parang buong-buo na yung explanation ni JB dito eh, dun sa mga absolute, ang ganda. Parang gano'n din po yung opinion ko na interconnected sila. Hindi pwedeng absolute faith lang, hindi pwedeng
Yes.
absolute love lang, and
Kasi
absolute
walang
obedience.
obedience.
Yes, Tito.
Diba?
Para ba siyang recipe ba siya? Parang gano'n.
Yes,
Na pag may nagkulang, hindi masarap. Parang gano'n.
Hindi perfect.
Yes, Tito. So parang gusto ko po naman mag-focus dun sa video. Parang related siya dun sa before natin na na topic. Ang parang pinopoint kasi it's about regret po eh. Para sa akin, ang interpretation ko is regretting. So parang connected po siya sa time natin. Time, the essence of time, especially dun sa yung living in God's love and trying to parang yung pong paano ko ba i-explain? Life of love and life of God. Tapos ito parang naalala ko, meron akong isang estudyante. Sobrang tumatak sa akin yung ano ni.
Mm.
Meron po kasi kami debate class yung Korean sa Korean po.
Mhm.
Debate class. Tapos may topic doon na parang agree or disagree.
Mm.
So yung statement was, we see how lucky we are through the unfortune of others.
How
Parang
lucky we are
ganon.
to dun sa
Sa
ano
unfortunate, sa unluckiness of
sa
others.
misfortune ng others,
Yes,
gano'n?
yes,
Wow!
yes. Parang ganun po kasi tayo, di ba, Tito? Parang,
Oh,
pag makita tayo ng pulubi. Tapos
oh.
parang, tsaka lang natin ma-realize na, ang swerte pala natin. Kasi,
Ah,
ganyan.
ayun pala
Parang yun
ibig
po yung
sabihin
point,
nun,
yes,
oh.
Tito.
Akala ko
Parang,
hindi.
yun
Oo,
yung Tito ibig
oo,
sabihin. Parang,
oo,
for example, tayo, yung parang, di ba po meron tayo na sinasabi na, buti pa tayo, may tsinelas, yung isa
dun
walang
mo
paa.
nakikita yung kaswertehan
Yes,
mo
yes.
dahil sa
So,
misfortune ng iba.
So, yung sabi po ng student ko, parang sabi niya, I disagree. Parang sabi niya
Oh,
gano'n.
oh,
Kasi sabi ko, bakit?
oh.
Sabi niya, why do we need to see others? Bakit hindi daw makita by ourselves? How
Pwede
lucky you
naman yun. Pwede
are.
na yun. Pwede
Sabi
rin
niya,
naman yun.
kasi dito ano siya, Christian siya. Christian na Korean siya. So
Oh,
parang,
oh,
sabi niya, I
oh,
think, parang God wants us to realize
oh.
how He loves us, not
Yes!
through another person's eyes. Parang
That is
ganun.
more ideal, actually. That is more ideal. Ano?
Ayun, yun,
More
yung Tito parang
mature. More
tumatak,
mature.
parang tumatak siya sa akin na parang, oo nga,
Yes.
no, bakit kailangan
Yes.
ko pang i-compare yung
Yes.
kung ano yung meron
Yes.
siya, kung ano yung wala siya, na kung ano
Yes.
na meron ako, na
Yes.
mararamdaman ko naman siya by myself.
Yes.
And parang
Through
ganun.
your analysis, di ba?
Yes,
Through your
Tito. Tsaka yung feelings, yung
yung
sarili kong
na-receive mo,
naramdaman.
through yung sa na-receive mo, sa
Yes,
naramdaman
Tito,
mo, di ba?
yun. Yun, tapos parang sabi ko, ay, oo nga. Tapos yun, tapos parang, many years ago na yun, Tito. Ang tagal ko na, 2016,
Oh.
20. Yun, tumatak po siya
O,
sa
di
akin. Parang,
naisahan ka doon, ha? Naisahan ka doon.
ayan, sinulat ko nga siya. Ayan, Tito. Tapos parang yun nga, sabi, we don't need to see what others lack
Yes.
para malaman kung ano yung meron tayo. Parang, ayan.
Actually, yung sinabi mo una na you will see na how lucky you are by seeing the misfortune of others. It's an
Very negative
immature
na.
character.
Yes, Tito.
Immature yun. Kasi, di ba ganun ang immature, di ba? Kaya para magko-compare ka, di ba?
Opo, yung
Comparison is
comparison.
immaturity,
Yes,
actually.
yes.
So,
Yes, Tito.
yung kanya is more mature. Yung kanya
Yes, ang galing
now
nga
in
po niya
life.
kaya
That's good. That's good. That's good.
yun nga po, ang dami yung natutunan ko dito na
Oh,
yun
di
nga,
ba?
you don't have to see compare yung kung ano yung meron ka para, parang
Yes,
damdamin mo siya by yourself
yes, yes.
through your eyes, through your feelings and your heart.
Yes.
Parang ganun.
That's
Yun
true.
yung Tito.
So,
Tapos
tama
yun,
yan. Ang lesson in life, ang lesson dun sa video is yung regret nga. Na dapat na, para hindi tayo magregret, dapat gawin natin. Ano? Sa ngayon na nakita na natin na ganun pala ang kahalagahan, di ba? Hindi
yes.
by just knowing it, by seeing or hearing it, doon mo pala malalaman. Hindi naman eh. Actually, given naman yun kahit hindi mo narinig yan. That is given to us eh. Kaya lang, hindi natin binibigyan ng pansin. Hindi. Alam mo naman, di ba, ang health mahalaga? Alam mo yun eh. Kahit hindi mo
Yes.
narinig yung video na yun, alam mo health mahalaga. Alam mo rin yung freedom mahalaga. Kahit hindi mo narinig yun. Di ba? Alam mo rin na ang kamatayan, di ba, dapat preparasyon.
Nga po, tinitake for granted ba, Tito? Ganun.
Pero tinitake for granted na.
Yes.
Yun ang ano doon. Yun ang problema. Okay, thank you so much, Ine. Okay, very good, very good. Sino ang gusto? Si June ba? Ano ka ba? Wala ka sa work? Nasa bahay ka ba? Si June? Ayun, nasa bahay si June. June, ano masabi mo?
Magandang gabi po sa lahat.
Good evening, good evening.
Yun nga po, about po dun sa absolute faith, absolute obedience. Yung ano ko dun, yung pinaka-takeaway ko dun is yung trust God and timing. Minsan kasi, parang nag-disappoint tayo pag yung plano natin hindi na tupad o hindi na nangyari. Minsan, parang nasira yung natin kasi yung plano natin hindi natutupad.
Yes.
Hindi natin nare-realize na minsan, kaya tayo tinatanggal ni Lord doon kasi nire-direct niya tayo sa tamang path o sa tamang way na dapat puntahan natin.
Yes.
Kasi minsan nakikita lang natin yung pero hindi natin nakikita kung gaano karap yung dadaanan natin bago natin makuha yan. Para kasi pagdating natin doon, medyo, hindi naman, kumbaga, mas kaya natin siya i-handle. Gawa nga na, dahil yung pinadaan tayo ni Lord doon sa tamang daan, hindi natin minadali na hindi natin mas inano natin, connect lang nila. Tapos about naman po nung doon sa video, sobrang laking ano po sa akin ito, laking paksa ng video na yun. Gawa nga po ng sa pinagdaanan namin, lalo na nung kami na ilang this one sa public hospital. Doon nga, tama po yung sinasabi. Ang ano naman po doon sinasabi talaga sa video, na once nandun ko na sa sitwasyon na doon pa lang ma-realize. Sorry, hintay mo pa ba sa sitwasyon na yun bago mo ma-realize na kailangan pahalagahan ng bawat oras
Yes,
o
yes.
bawat araw na pag-isip mo. Kailangan pa bang mapunta doon sa sitwasyon na sinasabi niya bago mo sabihin na ay dapat pala ginawa ko muna to bago ko na dito. Dapat pala inuna ko muna yun bago na po nalila. Inuna ko muna si God. Dapat pala. Kaya nga po may napanood din akong video na sabi na ko kailan pa nag-aagaw buhay. Doon mo palang sabi, doon ka palang babalik loob kay Lord. Doon ka palang magsiserve kay Lord. Bakit nung malakas ka hindi mo naisip na?
Yes, yes.
Hindi mo naisip si Lord. Kailangan mo siya tinatawag. And then meron pa po yung isa na about naman po sa diet na pag may nararamdaman ka lang masakit sa katawan mo, doon maiisip na mag-diet. Parang yun na po, kung kailan ka lang kay Lord na kung kailan ka lang may nararamdaman, kung kailan ka lang malungkot, doon mo lang siya maalala. Bakit hindi mo gawin consistent na araw-araw, kausapin mo siya, bigyan mo siya ng oras, or bigyan mo man siya sa kanyang family, bago kayo matulog, nagdasal kayo, together, sama magpasalamat, kung ano man po yung nangyari sa isang buong araw nyo na maganda man o hindi, magpasalamat kasi challenge na doon. Natuto ka, may nakaw kang lesson doon sa araw na yun, sa isang buong araw na binigay sa inyo.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, thank you, Ato. That's good. That's good. Tama yun. Ganyan yung ating, ganyan yung character ng isang tao, no? Na immature, no? So, kaya, we are very fortunate na nagkakaroon tayo ng pag-aaral na ganito, and we are also very lucky and fortunate na our true parents is here to guide us. Okay? So, thank you so much. So, siguro, si Joel, si Bea, mukhang reconnecting si Bea, ano? Ikaw na lang, Joel, final words.
Okay. Ganun lang, tol. Ini-encourage ko lang uli silang lahat na continue giving time to give time to study the divine principle every Saturday, and to remind them that Tito Ronnie and I we're just one of the instruments of God to share from the divine principle. And one of that mission is to reveal to all of us that our spirit is sick, and we have an spiritual disease. And the only way to do something about it is through the divine principle studying. And the divine principle is the kind of prescription of the healing process of God. And the only cure is to connect our life vertically to God, and also with our good action. And that is the cure to heal our spirit. And this disease, spiritual disease, is like the cancer that malalaman na lang natin if it is on the stage 4. And it is too late for us. So, dapat bigyan natin pansin ito. Huwag tayong sabi nga ni Tito ninyo, maiksi lang ang panahon, temporarily lang ang life natin. So, I think it is about time na we make it serious ba in our life.
Yes.
Huwag na tayong magpatumpik-tumpik. Yes, material is very important, but also spiritual. Spiritual life is also important. Para sa mga susunod nating lahi, nating mga anak. Mahal na mahal natin ang anak natin. So, dapat natin isakatuparan ito. So, ganun lang, tol. Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you so much, Joe. Okay, so Thank you again sa time ninyo, no? At saka Atty. Sana patuloy lang tayo, no? Kahit alam natin na we have different situation, different time, different responsibility, but we must also set time, for God. And this is for us. Yung time na isa-set natin for God ay para sa atin. Okay? Again, thank you so much, and God bless every one of you, your family as well. So again, kita-kits tayo sa Saturday night. Okay, thank you so much. God bless everyone.
Bye po.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.